What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to a special live edition preview night reaction because there's too much stuff that dropped tonight over at San Diego. And of course, I needed to talk about it. I told you I was going to be doing that. So here I am to whoever's awake. For those of you who are going to watch this replay, thank you for tuning in. But there was so much stuff. Jada Toys, Mattel. Mattel always brings with their WWE preview night. I feel like the rest of the show is a bunch of renders, but the stuff they show off is amazing and cool. What's up, Marvel fan? How are you tonight? There's so much cool stuff they dropped. And I want to make sure before I get too far into this to thank all the people in San Diego providing these pictures for us online. In Pursuit of Toys, Robo don't know, Dan Vessemeyer. Hopefully I didn't butcher his last name, but thank you guys for the photos. El Chimichanga, hello. How are you tonight on this fine preview night reaction show? I'm gonna just get right into it because there's so much stuff, and I'm gonna be talking for a while. It may be up depending on how many of you all are here hanging with me through the night. Let's see. Jada Toys came through big time. I mean, you guys have been singing their praises with this Street Fighter line for so long. I finally started getting the figures, and I am now a believer. They showed off T-Hawk today, and not Hawk Tui. They showed T-Hawk. It's amazing. He looks massive. He looks big. One thing I really love about this line is they've got the scale down perfect. So T-Hawk looks really massive next to Cammy, and this classic Cammy, no revised PC version. It's the full-on Cisco tribute version of Cammy. She's got the bangs. She looks perfect. We've got Vega. He can actually hold his mask. That's even better. Little sash that looks like it might be claw, so that's cool. He's got the claw. Sagat's in the background. Balrog is here. So we've got the four kings of Shadowloo here, and it didn't take years and years to get them. We got my guy. Okay. DJ is here in the Street Fighter line. I am so excited. Soda Toys never got to him. Still salty about that. But this figure looks great. I'm really curious to see what they do in terms of variants with the colors because they have done so. I mean, they've knocked out the classic looks of these guys. And I just kind of curious, like, all right, are we going to start to see some different colors? I wouldn't mind getting DJ in blue or green. But yeah, these are really looking great. Great work with all of these figures. Here's another look. Fei Long, of course, we've already got. I feel like most of us do, especially since I have them. DJ, I mean, just the fact that he can hit that pose, he's got his gold chain, and they hit all the details that you really want. T-Hawk has the fringe on his boots, and that looks like a nice soft plastic material, so won't be any problems with that. But his head sculpt, that is like straight from the game. I mean, it looks perfect. I'm really curious what his other head sculpt is looking like on that one too. See M. Bison there in the background, but I mean, these guys so great, so cool. Let's see here. Got a few more people. All right, let's see. I cannot make it for long. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I'm doing good. How about you? Good, man. Thanks for hanging out. Eduardo Gonzalez. Apologies if I butchered your name. We need Elite Mr. Fuji in Ultimate Edition. Yes. I mean, but which one do we want the Ultimate Edition for? Do we want Ultimate Edition so they can put him in the robe so he can hang out with Yokozuna, Jim Cornette? Or do we want him in the boiler hat? The shout out to Jace, of course, his buddy, hanging out in James Bond world. I don't know. I mean, with him, you got to get like the regular one. Then you get a Fuji Vice, Mr. Fuji, and then the Demolition and Kamala face paint version. So there's a lot. Hopefully, we will see him. Jamelin, oh man, when you said you'd be back, I didn't expect you to go live. You know, I figured I'd do it, just to see who's still up and who's still excited to see all this stuff and talk about it with me. Danny Roo, yo, Jeff, can't watch the live, but hope you're good. Have a good one. Take care, my man. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll definitely have this up for everybody who comes through and watches the replay. Ryan Daly, what's up, my man? What's up, Jeffrey and late nighters? Yes, it is a rack of us here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Chris Beyond, can't wait to see better photos of NECA's Pee-wee Playhouse and the new Elvira movie figure. Yeah, they look pretty solid. Ace Raider, hey Jeff, yeah, all in on those Jada Street Fighter figures. seriously so well done. I mean, it's like every time I see new photos, I'm like, oh man, they really had that pose. And they don't have 20 accessories, but the ones they do have, I feel are always the most important, the most essential ones for these characters. And I'm just loving how they pull these guys off. I mean, the scale, perfect. I mean, that is always a major thing for me with figure lines. Do you have the scaling? And the World Warriors, of course, have so many characters with different heights and different sizes. I know there's a Blanca picture in here too. Let me see if I can find that really fast for you all, because there was a shot with all of them. Let me see if I can track that down from Dan, because I think he was the one that posted these Street Fighter photos. And let's see if I can find it real fast, because of course, every time, yes, here we go. I didn't take too long and too much. So let's pull that up, because we do indeed have a Blanca photo here. So here's the full on, so y'all can see. So this is that one. Then we got the classics. We got Ryu, we got Ken, we got Chun-Li. Here's Blanca over there. Violent Ken, evil Ryu. There's Guile. I mean, it's wild how quickly they've gotten so many of these important Street Fighter figures. I mean, this is all the World Warriors except for Zangief and E Honda now. And surprised that Dawson didn't make the photo shoot, but it's really cool that they actually have so many of them knocked out and accomplished already. Mr. Cheeseburger, what's up, my man? I wonder how much the larger figures will cost. I'm in on this line for 3 more of these. Which 3 or 4 are you stopping at? Or have you gotten most of them already? Because I'm still very, very, very far behind. I only have Chun-Li and Fei Long, and I gotta get clearly Ryu. I think every time I get Ryu and Ken, I don't always get them in the reds and in the whites. I tend to get their blue versions. So this time I'm going to get their classic colors. Ryu for Soda, I got him in that light gray kind of blue attire. Ken, I got him in the dark blue. So I'm going to get them in their classic colors this time. Finally going to make that happen. Anyone of Mr. Fuji work with Jim Cornette, I really wish they could get him to do a Legends deal just so we could get a really good head sculpt. I mean, because we got the Figures Toy Company version, and it's okay if that's the only Jim Cornette version we can ever get to work with our other figures. But I would really, really, really love to get one that looked as lifelike and authentic as some of these figures they showed us today. Crazy stuff. The Collector, what's up, my man? Ryan, I think Ghost Rider and Iron Fist Cage 2-pack are arriving tomorrow. My Ghost Rider is just out of range. Bizarrely, I got the emails on 2 separate days. No, I think they processed them at the same time. They're like, these are getting shipped, of course, way sooner than that October 1st, because I kept checking. Oh, it's still October 1st. Of course, it's July, like I joked, and then it actually came through. But they're shipping separately, and I don't understand that. I mean, I've got premium, so it doesn't cost me anything for the shipping. I just think it's really odd and weird that they decided, who cares? Let's just send it out in 2 different boxes. Whatever. I mean, it's funny because the box is probably big enough to put both of those 2-packs in there. And then today, hey, your JoJo Classified Series doc that we said is going to come August 15th, he's actually coming tomorrow too. So a lot of stuff. And then the Marvel Legends Superior Spider-Man from Amazon is also coming. So there's going to be a flood of figures coming over here real soon. The Collector NECA Sesame Street look great, but I won't be going down that line. I am so excited about those figures. I mean, I cannot fully put into words how great I thought they were. Robo took some really awesome photos, but I mean, look at this Burt head sculpt. I mean, I was excited seeing their little small $17.99 versions. These, I think I can actually put next to my Palisades Muppet figures. It is so, I'm going to have the greatest Sesame Street Muppets crossover ever. And Count, I mean, they look amazing. They look so good. And their head sculpts, there's just plenty of character, like the Count, his eyebrows. Same deal with Ernie. He just looks so happy. And then they've got separate alternate head sculpts too. I mean, and then we got the bigger smile. And Bert's kind of like, okay, whatever. What are you doing? And then he's got another one where he's got the quiet, more somber head sculpt. I mean, this is think you cannot do better than that, right? Perfect, good stuff there for those. I am ecstatic about those. Thanks for hanging out, Marvel fan. Mr. Cheeseburger, Guile, Blanca, E Honda, then I'm out. I admire your restraint on those because I feel like, yeah, they could go down and do so many different versions of Street Fighter and different looks and other characters. Street Fighter Alpha, I'd be down for those too. But man, I think it's cool because there's not so many and they're not as expensive as Storm Collectibles versions, which I still will want and get when they eventually get to them. But I mean, the fact that they've got us, they're giving us a T Hawk, they're giving us a DJ long before Storm Collectibles is even showing a picture of them. I'm like, that's pretty exciting to me. Eduardo, what about Elite the Genius? You know, it's funny because it's like, yeah, I guess so. Feel like I need to see an Ultimate Edition Mr. Perfect figure before I worry about the Genius because I think they did one for Jax. And if so, he's not necessarily somebody I need to get like the super articulated version. I mean, he's wearing the college gown, the graduate gown, and that's all we really need for him. I don't know if I would be upset getting a Leaping Lanny Poffo figure though. Give him that multicolored jacket, give him a couple of frisbees, the perm. I think I'd really be down for that one. Harish Dallas, what's up? Mayfex Batgirl, Tim Drake, and Ra's al Ghul have me very hyped. Way too many figures coming out in the future with so much out. It really is. I mean, I think it's so nuts because I'm like planning this stuff out. Like, okay, cool. All this stuff from Marvel, the 85th anniversary line is coming September and October. And I just had to go through and I had to cancel a bunch of pre-orders. And I'm like, I can't trust you all to actually have this stuff come out in the fall, like you say. And maybe it'll be next week. Maybe it'll be 2 weeks from now. But I got to budget appropriately. And you guys are making it really hard, especially when we're just hours away now. Happy Thursday, July 25th. We're just hours away now from seeing whatever that G.I. Joe HasLab is. And it seems like all roads, all signs are pointing to it being the one and only Rattler. I think I took a picture of that. Oh my God, Destro up there rallying the propaganda troops. I don't. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast here because that was really cool seeing that. And they're having a little bit of fun with it, not as much as I would like for them to have, but man, it has been cool. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to Hasbro's page because I know they had that picture up. I pop this one up really fast. I'm trying to figure out why the window is so tiny and so small on this Instagram shop. But here you go. Destro, I believe the time is imminent for wheels up on our little endeavor. So, I mean, we see the Rattlers in the background, Ryan doing quality work with the comment section. This confirms that the HasLab is the G.I. Joe Mobat. Not yet, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing that. My man Kwame Taylor, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Happy Comic Con to you too. I mean, this is so much fun. We're just a preview night. There's so much to see. Sergeant Slaughter's tweeting Operation Slaughter. Does that mean we're going to see a Triple T tank tomorrow? Hopefully. That'd be fun. And hopefully we can also see the Renegades come into action as well. Just 3 of them. Happy accident. Yo, what's up, my man? How are you? JT the Grind is here as well. What's up, JT the Grind? Mr. Cheeseburger, 85th anniversary is what Marvel Legends should be every time. You and I were here. I feel like sometimes, people are upset about what Marvel Legends is doing, but we know how great their figures can be when they put all this effort into it. I've got Warbird just over on the side there in the photo booth. I did take some photos of her. It's just a moment away from posting her. I was like working on the photos and like, this is so much fun having this figure here in the collection. And here you go. You guys can see what I did with her. Don't worry, I'm gonna put your comment back up. So I've got my Perez Busiek Avengers. I got Thor, Hawkeye, kind of mostly works, Cap, Warbird, a little bit too small. Iron Man, we got Vision. I would love for them to do a Ghost Raid like Vision, how he appeared in that time period. Excuse me. Then we get a Justice and a Firestar. You still need Gypsy version, Wanda Scarlet Witch, but this is really fun to have these characters all together. So that was really cool and just loving it. And what you said is dead on. Updated sculpts, great paint. All I need is Venom. Odin and Hulkbuster going to be a game time decision for me. Got to get the HasLab. That is so tricky, right? Because it's like these if this stuff is they stayed true to like the pre-order dates. You're like, okay, this stuff is coming in September, it's coming in October. I'll get this HasLab, no worries, no issues. But when they jump it, it's like, wait, you're dipping into my money for the HasLab. So pump the brakes there, Hasbro. But I did see one of my friends posted text our group thread that it looks like Odin's actually going to come to retail. And there was some thought of, oh, these are just going to be online exclusives. Luke Cage and Iron Fist have shown up in Target in Maryland in some cases. And it seems like that's going to be the case for Odin, which is fantastic because I'm going to just stack up all of my Red Circle reward points and just wait until Odin gets down, or when they do one of their spend 50, get $10, spend 25, or spend 100, get 25 off, and use that for Odin. Because yeah, I definitely want him. He looks great, but gonna have to spread this love out a little bit more. Alpha Proto, what's up? So many characters that need to be made. I hope Jada goes Alpha next. Right. Get Rose. Was Rolento? Did he make his debut there? And get Guy in that and Cody. I mean, it's just the whole deal is like, man, Sakura, lots of figures. That'd be really good. Happy accident. Hoping my friend scores me in Origins too bad and once a man. Cobra Commander. Nice. Jamelin, I'm only slightly upset because I recently gave in and started getting Sesame Street reaction figures. Oh man, I'm not a fan of reaction at normal price. I think I might stop on those now. Yeah, because it's like that price point seems really off for the scale, and it does not matter what NECA's charging for these Ultimate Sesame Street figures. It's like whatever, doesn't matter. I'm all in for these guys. You got me. I am ready to get these figures. I'm excited. Here's the wide shot of these. I'm pretty sure Dan posted these photos. They look so amazing. I mean, and then they've got the letters and they've got the eyes on them. I mean, this is so good. So exciting. Ernie, of course, comes with Rubber Ducky. And what else is all the good stuff we've got in here? Oh, we've got the little pigeon. See, this is just, man, this is a line of love going on here. Quarter 3. And I don't know if it's just these 3, but I don't think they can get these rolling in fast enough for all of us. I mean, can you imagine getting the ultimate scale Big Bird in this line? Oh, there's so many. I'm gonna have to work on my wish list for a line I didn't even know was gonna be dropping. So very exciting. Good stuff. Mr. Cheeseburger, Axe and Smash, please, my favorite tag team. We need those. The good news is it seems like Barry Darso, aka Smash, aka the Repo Man, seems to be a little bit more amenable to working with Triple H now that Vince is gone, because Vince was the one that had that grudge against Demolition in the first place, which is why we hadn't gotten any more Demolition merchandise figures since way back in the day. Hopefully now we can get some more, because absolutely we need Ultimate Edition Demolition, and they can just crank out so many different face paint versions of them. Maybe we could get the Mass Superstar and the next Legends of the Territory set. I would love a Crusher Khrushchev version to hang with the Russians. Maybe we'll get those guys too. But yeah, definitely need those guys. What? They showed a Mayfex background? They did. Let me see how hard it will be for me to find that picture. I've been trying to keep this stuff really organized because I knew with Comic-Con it was just going to be a nightmare trying to keep all this stuff organized. And I did find it. These photos are courtesy of Digitamin Co. Ltd. Yeah, I may have butchered that, but here you go. There's the Batgirl. And I'm not quite sure what era this is from, because I mean, they've been doing Nightfall, they've been doing Hush. I don't even remember she showed up in a flashback in Hush like this, but there you go. We got Barbara Gordon coming up soon. And as usual, the cloth cape. Zion Collectibles. Jada's killing it. I'm all in on the Street Fighter. Scooby-Doo and Cyberpunk. Right. they did show a Scooby-Doo. Let me see how hard that would be to find. Let's see. Scooby. No, it's just Shaggy they showed. Or at least that's all I saw when I looked earlier today. Let's see how hard that would be. No, too hard to find. All right, as always, never as easy as when I want to find them. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how those Scooby-Doo figures look. And that's another short one. It's just Fred, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby, and it's Scrappy-Doo. You got to get Scrappy-Doo, right? Zion Collectibles. Did we talk about the Mayfax Iceman? Pretty excited. We hadn't yet. I'm trying to see if I had a good picture of Iceman, and I don't really think that I did. But let's pull it back up here for those of you who might have missed it. Yeah, I'm okay with this photo, I suppose, but we didn't see any of the accessories, and an Iceman figure is going to have amazing accessories. But there he is on the left. There's the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops. I'm very excited about him because my Marvel Legends is not one of my favorites, and he's the one that always falls. And then the one who almost always falls as much as him is X-Man. So those two I could see buying just because the Marvel Legends, the Hasbro versions, aren't great. But what's the deal? Have you seen any more pictures of Iceman? Because clearly that grayscale version looks kind of weird for him. What about a WCW Marcus Bagwell Elite or an 80s Andy Kaufman Elite? Jax did a Andy Kaufman figure, and I don't remember how much that figure was. I mean, like in terms of how much that figure is now, but I don't feel like it'd probably be super expensive. I thought, yeah, they did. Oh, he's super expensive. So expensive. Let's see here if there's like even a cheap way to get this guy. But I'm pretty sure I got that set back in the day. But it's like I didn't appreciate what I had at the time. I guess you can get him for 65. It's not terrible. But I mean, this guy they did a really nice job with the head sculpt, and I started watching and paying attention to Memphis during his run after the figure came out. I was like, oh, now I get it. So of course that would be a cool one to see. Maybe we'll do some more Hollywood connection figures in there because he should. Did I see the HasLab floor display? I did. Let me see if I can pull it back up. I'm pretty sure JC and Guys Over Toy News International have it up. Let's see here. Yes, they did. I always like when it's so much easier to pull up the shot here. Let's see here. Let's take a stroll through their booth together. So we've got the retro figures. Got Stalker and Cobra Commander. They look cool. The Dragonfly underneath. And then we got our runway. Here's the retro Cobra Trooper. And the Dragonfly again. Let's see. And there's Crazy Legs and Ripcord in their Night Force attire. Oh no. There's Glinda the Good Witch. Oh man, I thought they had these photos up of the HasLab. Sorry. So false alarm. Let me see if I can find that one again. Because I did see it. And the runway looks really fun. Really cool. Oh, you know what? They've got the photos up from Seneca Collectibles. And they showed off a lot of cool stuff last year. Let's see if they've added anything else. Doing our live look. You are looking live. So we got our Bloodsport characters there. They look really good. Is it just these two? Got Pumpkinhead. And I don't know. We got Bender. That's cool. I don't know who this other guy is. Yeah, so not a lot there on that end. But I can't find, of course, the runway shot. But I'm looking forward to it, my man. It's really fun. Mr. Cheeseburger, wish it was the Raven with the drone. Oh, I mean, I assume they're going to get to that soon. And what we think here? They'll do another land vehicle for Cobra, maybe a sea vehicle next, maybe the Moray. So then we would do a Joe vehicle, and then we do another Cobra one. So maybe it'll be like 6 before we get the Night Raven. But yeah, I mean, hopefully. But I guess that would have to be another HasLab just because of the size, but maybe it won't take that long. Northern Nomads here. What's up, my man? Ryan, I had to cancel pre-orders for Hulkbuster, Man Thing, and the Clune reissue after an expensive day at the dentist this week. Sorry. Is your mouth feeling better? Because I know sometimes I go and it's like I know they were digging and all that good stuff for a while, days after in some cases. Mr. Cheeseburger, we need a definitive version of Cap and Thor. New Pinless Sculpt must redo these figures soon on the Vulcan body. Um, I'm with you on Thor. Every time I pose him now with whatever new Avengers figure comes through, I'm like, he was good. He was like really serviceable, just a few years ago. And they've made so many strides with articulation with the butterfly shoulders. I mean, I really want to have a Thor figure that can just take Mjolnir and kind of do a little power charge effect like that. We're not able to do that with this one. I'm trying to figure out if there's a good way for them to implement his raised cape, because that would be really awesome. But not quite sure how they would pull that off. But I'm with you. Maybe we can see a new Thor in this Secret Wars line. It's rumored to show up before the end of the year, and Rectangular broke all this stuff, so that was part of the list. So hopefully we'll see some tomorrow. Odin looks amazing. He does. I don't need him, but dang, he looks good. That kind of effort needs to be rewarded. I am with you. That's such a great. He's exactly the way I wanted Odin to look. Just huge, beefy, wide. So even though Thor is really imposing and cool, Odin looks even bigger and more threatening and menacing than him. Hit the like button. Thank you, Mr. Cheeseburger. Appreciate it. Kwame, if Odin goes on clearance, Legends will stop trying to put all the bells and whistles on figures, and collectors are going to sky why? That's why we only get standard figures. I hope we are not seeing Odin showing up in Ollie's or Ross or whatever, because I'm with you. We always complain about, oh, they're not doing this, they could do that. And when they do something at a really high level, I think they need to be rewarded. And I'm with you. I'm going to buy Odin. I'm not going to wait for him to get on clearance. I will take a Target sale where it's like, cool, I can buy this figure, not at the full price, but I mean, I'm going to buy it before it shows up at some discount retailer. I want Target to sell out just like they apparently have of Warbird. But I mean, this is what we wanted to see. And I feel like, all the time I go with the G.I. Joe Classified series figures. Oh man, this figure's worth $24.99. Granted, I would love it if it was $20. And sometimes I take advantage of sales to get them at $20. But when a Marvel Legend figure, hits that, oh man, this is worth $25. I want to be like, yes, do more of this, please. And I'll keep talking here on the channel, but I'll also say it with that pre-order and purchase on Hasbro Pulse, so they know exactly that this is the kind of thing you need to keep doing more of. Baron Von Beef, tempting big time. Which ones? Ryan Daly, NECA Snuffleupagus is going to be crazy. And, I'm going to buy him too. I mean, Sesame Street is such a very much so like the Muppets, where it's like, you got me big time. I always thought Palisades not getting the Sesame Street line was the worst, because their Muppet figures are some of my absolute favorite figures in my collection, just done all the way with love. And I know their Sesame Street versions would have too. But we get Muppets, Sesame Street characters on that same level, I am going to be so happy. And I would be thrilled if they were to do some of the regular people. So, Gordon, Maria, Mr. Hooper, I mean, Bob, I'm down for Louise. Get them all to us. So I would go for it all the way. Zion Collectibles. I just want Oscar from the Sesame Street line. Yeah, it's going to be solid too. Randall G saw a new Lex Luger, looks good. Really like the pics of the new Superpowers vehicles from the crowdfund. Really can't wait for all the new panel reveals for Mattel, Todd, and Hasbro. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun. I don't even know how I'm gonna maneuver, but looking forward to it. One more from Jada Toys. Very fun edition. Tony the Tiger. That figure looks, wait for it, great. I mean, they're doing these mascots and making the mascot figures look awesome. That's just crazy. You just gotta love it. Oh, Ryan, I did not see the leak pics of the in development Black Series Savage Oppressed and Prince. I did not. Man, that's exciting, because I've been screaming for Savage for so long. That's exciting. Yeah, so you can actually see my real life response to that. Real time. That's cool. Anne's either too. It's nice. Digging it. Daniel. What? Jada? Scooby? Man, I may have to get those. Jada's been killing it their figures, so they're let me see here. How hard it'll be to try to find this Scooby. Not Scooby. The Shaggy photo. Let's see here. I wonder if Toy Arc would have better ones for me. This is that weird time where it's like, where am I going to find the best photos to pull up quick? Let's see here. And of course, just because I want to find it, I'm not finding it really fast. But one thing that needs absolute attention, and I have not gotten near Masters of the Universe figures, but they may get me big time here. I'm talking about Mondo with their Thundercats figures. Oh my goodness. Lino, Thundercats, ho. And we got Mare and Scareglow. This is a shelf killer, but wow, how amazing is that? Scareglow looks crazy. I mean, geez, this horse, dragon horse, it's amazing. And then we got Snarf too. We got all these different head sculpts for Lionel. Come on, this is a problem. But I don't know if I want to resist since I've avoided the Super 7 ones. And yeah, those are really solid figures. Did y'all see them too? And this is the fun part where it's like, did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see this? Kindred. It's tomorrow the reveals for Marvel Legends JoJo Classified Series, NECA and Star Wars Black Series. I don't know the schedule anymore. I don't have it close by. I know we're gonna see JoJo. They're gonna do a YouTube stream at 11 Eastern time. I think we're gonna see some reveals, and then I think we're gonna see a little later, like I don't remember the translation. I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern time. The reveal of the HasLab, which is the Rattler. Jalen, Jeff, you don't think that Jada will do a bunch of Scooby villains? They will, but it's like those essential ones, and I will buy the villains too, because I mean they're doing that with the Mega Man figures, where it's just so many cool villains. Is yes, so that's a line. I feel like by the end of the year, I'm gonna be like, Jada Toys is one of my favorite lines or companies because they're just killing it. Randall G. Batgirl looks like she's from her special before she was shot in 1988. I actually like the Batman 66 Wonder Woman. Any rumors on Sting? One was he had re-signed a Legends deal with WWE. Oh gosh, if only it were true. I hope so. Medieval Alchemist. What's up, everybody? What's up? DJ Jedi. Oh, snap. Live on a Wednesday. What's good, y'all? I mean, I only bring him out when it's time for San Diego Comic-Con to come out, because, dude, it's so much good stuff. I'd really love a Jim Henson figure while you're at it, NECA. Yes. Let's see here. Ryan, you sent me the Star Wars photos on IG. Let me see if I can pull those up then. Since I have finally now done this, where I can... Let's see here. Message. There we go. Message. That's so exciting. That's really cool. I mean, we're actually getting some figures I think a lot of us have been clamoring for a long time. Thank you very much, Ryan. But yeah, Savage being a beast towering over everybody, that's exciting. Daniel, I know it's unlikely, but I'm kind of hoping for a Vincent Van Gogh from the Jada Scooby line. Is it unlikely? I mean, maybe. I mean, it feels like things could be all on the table with them. Frankie Rivera, Thundercats. Oh, JC the Grind. OMG. First time seeing Mondo Thundercats. Yeah, I know. When I saw it, I was like, uh-oh, that's going to be a problem. Ryan Deadly. Now one figures of Mr. Rogers and LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. You joke. I may be down for those too. All right, let me see here. Let me pull out. Let's see where I'm going or what I want to show off next from all these exciting reveals. Let's go over to the WWE stuff because Mattel's preview night was awesome. So much good stuff. This is the NWO Dusty Rhodes. This head sculpt on Dusty looks fantastic. The jeans having to wash too. He's a Build-A-Figure. So it's a 6. Finally done without a terrible head sculpt. We actually get him with no tongue sticking out, where he's got just a basic neutral expression. That looks really good. The knee pads look good. I really wanted this kind of 6 figure for the longest, and we're finally getting it. Very excited about that. It's Dusty though. Wow. Fantastic work. Looks like an ECW Bam Bam Bigelow in the background, the gray. That's cool. Then we get this set, which I am like, this is solid work here. This is Evolution's big turn, which I thought was a really dumb decision because, if anything, these guys, Randy Orton and Batista, should have been doing the thumbs down to Triple H. Now, I'm not quite sure I love this suit fit just yet. I think this might be a little bit too baggy. And because Triple H is wearing suit pants, I don't know if I wouldn't have minded him just having a suit top too. But I guess in that scene he takes off all that to beat him down some more. So maybe that's what they were going for. But Batista has the longer, wilder hair sculpt, and I love the color combination for this attire too. So that's cool. And we get Happy Randy Orton celebrating. Yes, I beat he who shall not be named, and I'm victorious. And he's about to get a big thumbs down. So that is a really cool, really fun set. Randall G, I would have loved to see more Marvel Star Wars characters in Avengers line or BS like Shire. I mean, they haven't shown. I mean, it's just preview night, so there's still more stuff to go. Fush just showed Legends Gene. The gold looks a lot more metallic. All right, Kwame, let's see here if I can track that down. Is that on their Instagram or Facebook? Facebook, Twitter. Let me see here. Shout out to Matt K and the guys over at Fush. It is still very weird that my boy VB is not over there anymore doing the thing. But let's see. I don't know why it showed it that way. Huh. I guess it wasn't on there. Their Twitter. Let's try from there. Okay, let's see if I can track it down. Sorry, bear with me, guys. There we go. Find it on there. Where did they put these photos? I'm on their Instagram now, but I don't see it. R. Hewlin, Sid, Boyhood Dream, HBK, Jay Lethal, Kali, Muda. Perfect should have come with Rapper's Crap shirt. I wonder if they were too afraid to get people upset with that. Okay. That's funny. Where is it? I'm on their Instagram and I don't see. Oh, is this their one they did the video on? Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, it does look a lot more gold. You said Gene, I should have been like, Phoenix. It does look good. Let's see here. This video popping up here as well. So there you can see Rogue and Destiny. Rogue definitely needs that other hair head sculpt, but that gold looks great. So very cool. And yeah, I like the pop on that gold a lot more. Green Man. Hey, what's up, Jeff? What's up, Green Man? How are you? Jamelin, this is my first time seeing the Thundercats 2, but Mondo's a little large and pricey for me. Plus, I have a couple of the big ones from like 10 years or so ago. I think they were by Mattel. I don't even remember those. See, it's funny because I have the Silverhawks, and I think you can see I added the Silverhawks that I've opened and reviewed in the display now. But yeah, the Super 7 ones are fine for the Silverhawks, but I think I'm actually answering your question. Excuse me. Jeff, what made you skip the Super 7 cats? I see. Yep. It's funny. I needed my Thundercats to have more articulation because it's not just Lionel. Panthro needs super articulation. Shatara, Tigra, Wily Kid, Wily Cat, like all of them need super articulation. With the Silverhawks, I can kind of skirt by with them in flight, their wings just kind of suspended like that. I mean, yeah, sure. Super articulation would be great for them, but for the Thundercats, it's their whole way of fighting. And Yeah, Super 7 just doesn't cut it on that end. I think we'll see a SDCC exclusive starting lineup, Bronny James. There's so much on that. First, the starting lineups, and then the fact that Bronny James. I mean, it is seriously the cost of doing business to keep LeBron James happy in your deal. And I get it. And I would think they made the wrong decision on that. It's like, yep, okay, this is just what we gotta do. And I think we all understand it, and it's just what it is. I was excited. Let me see if I can find this photo. Let me see, because I was very hyped at this development. Speaking of sports stars and sports athletes, there we go. My guy McFarlane is making up for lost time with me for not getting more 49ers into his line when he had it back in the day. So I don't know where this is. This is wave 3, but Brock Purdy is going to be joining the line, joining George Kittle, joining Nick Bosa. I got a third Niner, and I guess I'm not going to be able to complain because in 3 or 4 waves, that's going to be 3 Niners. So you can see Aiden Hutchinson, Travis Kelce, Boo, Jordan Love, Tua, Tagovailoa. I knew I was going to butcher his last name. Tagovailoa. Wow. Tua, CJ Stroud, Jason Kelsey. I mean, getting an offensive lineman, that's wild. And then a Jordan Love in the throwback jersey. So that's interesting to note. I think that was all they had there, but this is really interesting. So, I mean, maybe we'll get a Debo or CMC later on because this is clearly more than one wave of figures. So that's exciting to me, of course. Green Man, I'm good. The stuff we've seen so far, my wallet is going to hurt. Side note, your Lakers, LeBron is saving team. Somebody needs to. I mean, geez, that embarrassment of losing again, Kwame. I mean, it's gonna be a really bad look. Then Doom. Evening, everyone. What it is, Jeff? What's up, my man? Ryan Daly, for real. I want Kalen Clark and Angel Reese figures. I feel like somebody needs to get on that. Now you think it's going to be McFarlane because I feel like he's probably in pole position to make those figures. Of course, they're not going to be able to do anything, but I think he'd have some really nice kind of something like that with him, or dishing an assist, grabbing a rebound. But I feel like this is where Hasbro, with their starting lineup series, really, I mean, they had a major payday. They could have just kept the line going and rolling and strolling, not showing up at TJ Maxx, Burlington, Ollie's. Can't even give them away. But if they had just gotten to this point, they would have made so much money selling a little crossover as opposed to getting sneakerheads, getting WNBA fans of Reese and Caitlin Clark, and then getting them and all the other ones. They would have made so much money on those. It's crazy. Jalen, yeah, they're all agile. I'm just glad Super 7 gave us more articulation than the vintage figures. That's true. I can see them staying true to the vintage line, right? Randall G. Sherbree, Lumia, yes, I want her. The Nagai, Bay, will break the monotony of the same old we're getting from the Mandalorian or Acolyte, or go for the Zon figures like Talon Cart. Hopefully, I mean, we're finally we're seeing some of those figures already, so that's exciting. Kwame, Silverhawks, Thundercats, got to do Tiger Sharks. I wonder if they would. Then Doom, I want those McFarlane Rocky statues. Yes, let me see here. Pull that back up. Yo, Rock, Adrian. Yeah, so I mean, we got Apollo and Rocky, and then we got this bigger, taller. Is this I think this is actually the scale of them, and of course, I can't see. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit bigger. I wonder how tall these figures are, or how expensive these figures are. Parent Von Beef, Brock is future GOAT. I would love that. That would mean we finally get some more rings and more championships. Randall G. Steelers, baby. Have Big Ben, Bradshaw, the Bus, Heath, Troy. Oh, you got that many? That's cool. Surprised they don't have Swan and Mean Joe Green and Stallworth. I mean, there's a few more in there. This Hines Ward, I think that he would have been another one too. Jalen, you think McFarlane will do Sports Legends? I wouldn't mind a figure of the greatest wide receiver ever. He did do one. He did I guess he did several versions of him, but yeah, I have that, of course. I would hope so. I mean, he's doing a Barry Sanders figure. And I haven't checked that site, McFarlane Toys site, to see if it's sold out. But he does have that one. So let's see if he's added anything to his site, because he tends to do that. I mean, maybe we'll see a lot more. I mean, I'm talking to a fellow collector today, and it's just like, Todd he gets a bad rep, but I think he really is trying to do a good stretch of everything. Like, there's some stuff he's tackling, football joke, that no one else is. Thank you for the 10%. So I mean, we got the gold label Hall of Fame version and got the white jersey. Is the blue one still available? That's still there. See, the only thing with the sports is, how hard is it going to be to get enough buy-in? Because I mean, for the most part, your legends are going to be restricted to that fan base, and how big a fan base. Like, I would think of Barry Sanders was a solid choice for a legend, but would someone else be a better choice too? I mean, would a Montana work? Would a Jerry Rice? Let me think of a non-49er. Dan Marino. I mean, would someone in Denver want a Marino figure as opposed to an Elway? Would someone from New York want a Phil Simms figure? I don't know. That's the tricky part with it. I think these new guys, it's just from virtue of being on social media and being all over, because football is everywhere. I think it helps them a lot more, but clearly the Niners are selling figures. So, but which other ones would you want to see? Kwame, to be fair, competition and play levels is an all-time high in basketball. Dream Team would lose in 2024. Okay, back to toys. Which Dream Team? Dream Team 2? Baron Von Beef. Yeah, Legends would be great. I mean, this is what I thought was so dumb. And I try not to say it too often, but I mean, I felt that the starting lineup brand had so much potential. All they needed to do was go Legends. I mean, that's the one. If you get basketball Legends, I mean, you do Magic, Bird, Jordan, Pippen, if Jordan didn't want to play along, Reggie Miller. I mean, just there are so many options. And you just do those and keep building out the teams, kind of like what McFarlane's doing, with some of these other teams like the Eagles, the Niners, the Chiefs. I mean, you just keep stacking up team members. I think he's got a Diggs in this line too. So you got sort of a Buffalo Bills connection. You just do that. People will keep buying them, because at least your fan base, that dedicated fan base is following that team, will keep buying those figures. So yeah, I really think starting lineups, drop the ball going with one wave and not announcing the second one. Randall, do you see Hasbro trying to buy Mattel? I think they have been for a second. There's another potential buyer coming in. I'm just surprised that it's at that point, because they've got Barbie, they've got Hot Wheels, a little bit lower on down. They've got WWE, and WWE at some point was the top selling action figure brand. And you've got all their other ones. So I'm surprised it's not Mattel trying to buy Hasbro, but there you go. Squandering great properties. Yeah. I thought you had more, but okay. Ryan, as much as I adore the Dream Team, yeah, the international competition today is nuts. I mean, half of the top, yeah, exactly. I mean, top 5. Black Boy Toy Joy Tire Shark slated for early 2025 reveal. Nice. So there you go. Mr. Cheeseburger. I don't think there's a market for basketball figures. They made Jordan, Kobe, Ewing, Stockton, David Robinson, Malone. Those would have made money. Icons like that would exactly. We're right here. I mean, the current day basketball star. It's like, okay, cool, but the money for basketball is old school. And I think with football, you could do both. But I think for sure basketball, the collectors who would buy basketball action figures still fondly think of the Dream Team players. You do those. I mean, if you just go, all right, I'm not going to put them in the Team USA jerseys, but just make those guys, you'd be set for like 2 waves. Black Boy Toy Show. McFarlane hardly makes female superhero characters. He's not doing the WNBA. Randall G, Dwight Clark, Joe Montana. The catch would be awesome unless they did not. But now I want that. That would be really fun. Vin Doom, I still have my LeBron rookie starting lineup, along with Allen Iverson, the Charles Sprewell. Why you little Ray Lewis, Ricky Williams. And they were solid for what they were. Ace Raider, Jalen having McFarlane, Jerry Rice from back in the day if you're interested. But he's wearing a Raiders jersey. Jalen, Mark Allen, Bo Jackson. So there you go. 2 Raiders right there. Eddie George, Warren Moon, absolutely. Randall Cunningham, Lawrence Taylor, Walter Payton, to name a few. I'm wondering, I feel like maybe some of those he might have done figures when he did it that first go around. To check that for you, but I think he might have actually tackled some of those. Why I keep saying tackled for the football players. All right, let's see. What are the other wrestling figures we got today for preview night? We got Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. I like it. This figure looks pretty solid. I don't know if I love that torso though. That is so hard to pose because the arms don't go down. So maybe they fixed that articulation there. If so, Trick Williams will be really solid. And I'm glad they've got him. We've got Carmelo Hayes. We got both of these guys. That's really fun. And it looks like those glasses are sticking on pretty well too. So yeah, shout out to Ringside for these photos. We've got a Mean Gene Okerlund coming in the basic line. And this is him in the studio selling us what the big show is. That's cool. This is a really good use of this instead of having to buy one of those full waves to get a Build-A-Figure announcer. He's just going to be less articulated, a less articulated version, which is cool. This is all I need for Mean Gene. And this looks really fun, really good. And hopefully he's not the same height as Ultimate Warrior, even though he is crouching and he's kind of close by there. And then let's see, hopefully I got this figure next. We got a Grudge Match Ultimate Edition 2-pack, and this is featuring Papa Shango, and that's really cool. He's got the full torso. Actually, is going to make him not look so small. That's great. And I don't know, maybe you could buy this figure painted up a little different for any comma figures you want too. He's got the cloak, and you can see he's got like the different layers to it. That's cool, a little jagged edge there. And he's got the skull, the smoking skull. He's got his eyes looking up. There is another picture that shows all the different head sculpts. That's a solid choice for an Ultimate Edition. And here's Ultimate Warrior, and they're on the platform. That was a good accessory. And he's got the black goo starting to come down. I really love the fact that they included this jacket, though. So maybe you could put this on your Tito Santana, your imaginary Jim Powers figure. But very cool. And helpful to mix up these Ultimate Warrior figures because I feel like we've gotten a gazillion and 2 figures of his, but this is a nice change, a nice different option look for him. So pretty fun. I was just browsing eBay. Things are good for now, but I may have to get him at some point. Ryan Daly, I want a Michael Jordan figure from The Last Dance where he's just sitting in a chair with a drink and bloodshot eyes and his laptop. You can't forget that part where he's taking stuff personal. Jamelin, I only have a few of the old McFarlane football guys. I was all in on the basketball guys for a while, though. I like the basketball ones so long as they didn't have like a dunk action pose because that stand wilted over time, which was not great. Randall, saw Randall Cunningham watching his kids at a track meet in Lawland, Nevada. Please, Mattel WWE, give us Sting, the Koloffs, LOD, Dr. Death, UWF, Ted DiBiase, Dick Murdoch, and a Midnight Express set. Extraordinary Comic Junkies. Yo, what's up? How are you, my friend? It is rolling. We still got a good amount of people here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Let's see. What else should we get to? Probably the most controversial reveal so far. Ultimate Edition Rhea Ripley. And this one finally seems like they've got her muscles. Because, I mean, the figures they've done of her already look a little too slender. And Rhea has shoulders, she's got arms, and her legs aren't twigs either. So this figure looks really solid and good head sculpts. Got your options. The only problem is she is coming with the modern WWE real scale ring. So you're going to pay $150 for her. So not as cheap as just buying the figure for $32.99. I almost feel like they should be at the point now where they could start mixing up the ring ropes and the ring skirts and just give us that option. I feel like they would sell a ton of figures if they just made like a Survivor Series 2019 ring apron ropes with insert figure name here. I think that would sell really well. And like excuse me, a Ric Flair, because he might be coming back. Give him a Great American Bash, or just a basic NWA green skirt, ring skirt, and that would sell really well too. So let's see. Finally, why is that Rhea controversial? A good one. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I mean it's like, hey, that's solid, that's cool, but I mean, yeah, I mean, more people want these rings, and that ring looks solid. I mean, I've got the one for the new generation, but I have not gotten any of the other ones. I didn't care about Kane in his black and red. I thought it was a cool look for him, but not to go buy another ring. I am going to have to get this one with Easy E, the Nitro one, but I'm so good on having like multiple massive rings. I don't have that kind of display for my wrestling figures, one, and two, I don't have the space for multiple rings like that. So it's wild. Our healing need an ECW ring pack. Yeah, that would be fun too. I mean, we got Sandman. Hopefully we can see some more ECW guys. That would be awesome. Which one would you want to see? For me, probably the wildest card that I would love to see play out, maybe two. My crazy one would be Public Enemy in their black and white attired jerseys. That's the one I would be like, oh man, I can't believe they did this. But I really want to see Too Cold Scorpio. And if they could just shoot him up to Ultimate Edition articulation like they did Great Muta, I would be ecstatic. But yeah, he's one of my favorites. So I'd love to see him in that format. Oops. Sorry, I was reading through and then it scrolled up. Henry G, what's up, man? Hey, Jeff. I hope all is well. I mean, they've got some cool figures. I'm excited. I'm doing good. How about you? Some pretty exciting stuff coming out of San. Yes, sir. Some really good stuff. Randall G, I'm all in on NWO Dusty Rhodes and the Ultimate Edition Dusty Rhodes. Give Midnight Rider. Yes, that'd be fun. Apocalypse Now, Dusty Rhodes versus Greg Kabuki, Kevin Sullivan in the Purple Haze. And we need a new Barry Windham. It is just the worst. Ryan, thanks for hanging out. Hoping for a Marvel Legends MCU Mega the Stallion reveal. We're not gonna get that, hopefully. Zebra keys. Hopefully I said that right. I'm new to collecting and sell WWE figures and just came across your channel. Thank you for hanging out. I was wondering if you had any tips for collecting. I'm mainly interested in Ruthless Aggression era figures. Those are going to be kind of tricky to find. They haven't done a whole lot. You might be able to make out pretty well searching for some auctions on eBay if they do lots, or if people are just like, here you go. Mattel and WWE has just restarted their Ruthless Aggression line. Let me see how hard it would be to find ringside collectibles Ruthless Aggression. Well, it was not exclusive to them, but let me see how tricky it would be. So they've done, they've done like a Ruthless Aggression line, and I thought maybe it's exclusive to Walmart too. In which case, that may be a little bit trickier to find. It was exclusive to Walmart. So here you go. Walmart has them. Let's see how expensive they are. Shocker, expensive. So you can get a bunch of these at Walmart. Their prices aren't ideal. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, not great. I don't remember if these are actually, no, they're supposedly out. Maybe if you can check your Walmarts that you could find them for cheaper than this price, because that price is terrible. But check eBay. Amazon might have some of these as well. The Ruthless Aggression figures did just come out, so hopefully you can track them down even if they're not on their darn website. Our healing. They're marketing the figures 13 plus instead of 4 plus. I love a new Jack. Right. I mean, shoot, I want a Mustafa. Yeah, with the mouth scarf, just kind of draping, kind of like his mask or whatever. I mean, I want both of them, but I hope Taz signs a Legends deal. He is such a frustrating one. I mean, Mark Henry's gone. Big Show, I think, might be gone too. So you got to assume they're going to come back and at least sign a Legends line so they can get their figures done from Mattel. But Taz, he might be sucked in until Hook leaves and goes to NXT. And so I think he would leave, and that would be ideal. I see a new Brett. I'm going to pop him up in just a second. Did they finally nail his likeness? Just watch the WCW collective video. I was wondering if I could make a. I'll do that. Yeah, I have that for the Attitude Era, but I'll do that for the Ruthless Aggression for you. Zebra Cakes, thank you. Henry G, I picked up a few of those starting lineup figures, albeit discounted. Those are some pretty good figures. Hasbro just was way too ambitious with the price. Too ambitious with the price. They tried to appeal to sneakerheads and made that a big feature of them. They went with the NFTs. I mean, they put their focus on too much stuff that collectors didn't care about. And everyone who I've read has picked up these figures at Ollie's for like what $7.99, $9.99, have been saying what great figures they are. And I think if they had just put them in the hands of collectors at a price $25, people would still be buying these line. And I also think it hurt them that they didn't announce a second wave. I mean, it's just like, okay, who else? So that was weird. Now that I look at the new Brad picks, it looks more like Juventud. You know about Hoobie, the juice. Or you were losing to a jabroni named Hoovie. Good old Rock days. All right, let's go through these more WWE reveals from Mattel. Ultimate Edition Lex Luger 1997 special. This is when he beat Hogan for the title. So you can see the spray painted NWO version and then the cleaned up version, which he doesn't get to hold on to for much longer. I assume this is a holdover shirt for Triple H, who's to the right of left of Lex. But it was solid. This is the yelling expression. We got the strong neutral one, and we got the ponytail version. And they have released a Lex Luger with the Wolf Pack. So it's nice to get this one. You throw on some black jeans and you could do this figure with a ponytail and you'd be straight on that one. So that's really solid. I'm really happy to see Lex get the Ultimate Edition treatment. Lex is one of my favorites. And so, yeah, here's a better look at the head sculpts. This one is a solid little stern look for him. Smiling head sculpt. So we got Lex total package covered. That's nice. Let's go on to a few more of these carousels. Great looks here of the Steiner brothers in their Ultimate Edition forms. I am so hyped for these guys. Different color boots for Rick. I like this head sculpt. I think this one is the best one for Scott. And this is a really good one for Rick too. So, I mean, this looks like I've got to figure out what size M to put on there, but got them in their Michigan leather jackets. I love this head sculpt. This really, really looks good. And this is the WWF. I'm not unintelligent anymore. I'm as smart as my brother, just not as fun. But yeah, those look solid. The Scott ones, I think this one's solid. This one, I don't know what they're doing. It's kind of, I don't know. It's weird. The hair is the same, but it kind of looks like a Kurt Angle head sculpt. And yeah, you just can't not see it. There's the packaging. That's cool. They've shown us what the Outsiders looks like. It's basically the same kind of deal. One head here, the other there, and then bam. That was really sweet. Sweet. But yeah, so that's them. They're coming up really soon. And then, oh man, next set of legends coming. Bret Hart, all pink. Is this WrestleMania 9 version? I think it might be. This head sculpt is pretty good. Only problem is the bangs are missing, and it kind of gives him a melon T-Bank size 5 head. But over here, I don't know if you can see him. Let's see if the better picture is showing itself. WCW Ravishing Rick Rude. Just keep the noise down, ladies. And it's spray painting with all of the WCW love here. Got a rude face. We got WCW United States Champion. Even though he comes with the world title, it's fine. They made a new version of it. It's retooled, looks bigger. I don't think this is the WWE version of the big gold belt. That's very cool. But it's even better because we got another one coming. He's got a chase. Then we got Justin Bradshaw Layfield. I don't know if I need this figure, but it's cool for everyone who's interested. Got his cowbell. That's a fun accessory. I think I'll pick this up when he's $6.99 at Target's latest Legends clearing. But I am grabbing this one. I mean, this is so cool. We get both versions of my man Ravish and Rick Rude in his WCW era. I'm curious if this one will have a robe, but we've got enough Rude figures, and the WWF ones don't. I mean, it doesn't change. This he was rocking those robes from WWF and WCW, so it doesn't matter. And then finally, we get a new Psycho Sid, and his angry head sculpt is better than that weird smiling one they gave us. Hopefully, he comes with a different portrait because he still needs a better one. He's got these long, gangly legs. Wouldn't have been upset if Psycho Sid showed up as an Ultimate Edition figure too, because you would probably benefit from it pretty strongly. All right, let's see here. Zebra Cakes, the new Ultimate Edition. Triple H looks so good and excited for the Evolution 3-pack. Yes. Kwame Taylor, given recent events, I'm happy he beat Hulk Hogan. Shavelin, man, look at all those options for Lex Luger. That figure is a total package. Nice. Jeff beat me to the reference, of course. Javelin, that Rick Rude is pretty dope. Go with my Coliseum collection version, but those are really nice. Yeah, I mean, so we've got a definitive WWF version, and we got pretty solid versions for the WCW version. Or Healing, they made that Bradshaw, then I want a Savio Vega. Yeah, I mean, we sort of got all our quasi Ringmaster, pre-Stone Cold Steve Austin figures. We need to get a Savio Vega, and I really would love to see him because I mean, we get a Savio Vega, then we got a Quang figure. I want both of them. Then Doom. Oh man, I need that Sid fig because he rules the world. He was doing the Wonder Twins powers activate with Macho Man. That was fun. Water break. So let's see here. Was there anything else to show? Oh yeah, Royal Rumble Elites. Nice set. Finally, I get another crack to get the Hurricane because I missed this guy. He's powered of Elite 74. So I can finally get the short-haired version, not the dark brooding superhero. So got that. And the Build-A-Figure for this is pretty exciting too. Got Hulkamania will live forever. I don't know if you guys remember this, but during one of those Royal Rumbles, maybe it was 89, he holds up this sign that a fan made. I really think they need to do this more often. This is cool. So claw signs or just signs included with figures, especially those where it's like, I don't know what kind of option we've got for an accessory, signs. And this is so cool. That's a really great addition. And then we've got Cody. I love these tights. This is from this year, last year. I don't remember which Rumble when this is. Then we got Diesel. He looks really cool. The Build-A-Figure is the Great Khali, and that is wild. Who saw that coming? Not me. I don't know if you can make out, but here his facial hair is included. They just didn't have the painted prototype, but this is solid to get Khali here. And he's not the heel version from when he was fighting Cena, but that's pretty nice to actually get him a new version of him. Excuse me, in the line. Donna Pops, we need Sid with a camera accessory and an ECW version in the jeans. Right. That would be fun too. Sid's one has been a little overdue for some more figures. I think if they were to do him in the Ultimate Edition, a really sneaky way they could do a 2-in-1 is to give him a claw singlet so we can have him preferably red or black, I suppose. So you could put that over the tights And that way you have your WCW Four Horsemen 1990 version, and then take them off, and then you got Psycho Sid, and just mix up the hairstyles or head sculpts because you're all set. The looks are pretty similar. Watch out! There's a hurricane coming through. Yes. And now you're gonna watch that Molly Holly figure go back up in price because people have been waiting for something like that to make it worthwhile for them. Skipped off with a few other ones. Let's see here. I'm seeing what all they've added on the ringside deal, but let's see. Before I wind this down, AEW, Brandon Cutler, Hangman Page, Jay White, the Bang Bang Gang, Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm, Witchy Woman, Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter, Kyle O'Reilly, Young Bucks, Adam Cole, baby. I have no idea what this big display is. Then a Kenny Omega. I'm just curious what is going on with this display setup they've got here. Here's your Edge, Adam Copeland. Weird display. He's got his backpack with the belt. Okay. Let's see if there anything else. Here are the rest of the Monday Night Wars Wave 5. There's Razor Ramon, Lita, Bam, Big Boss Man. I wish they had done this vest better because the articulation is very limited from that. He does have the double jointed shoulders though, or elbows. There's 6, Bam Bam. There's Triple H when he takes over control of DX. That's a pretty useful figure though, so that's cool. Eddie Guerrero, that looks really nicely done. This is when he joins WCW and takes the US title. So we've got him to fight the 6 figure. Then we got your Kurt Hennig. Shawn Michaels. I don't know what attire this one is. Maybe this is from One Night Stand since he's got the European title. And they're 6. So cool stuff on that end. See if there's anything else to kind of draw our attention to before we wind this down. The Dudley Boys. That's cool. ECW version. So somebody else was asking about ECW love. There we go. We got more of them. The Headbangers. What? The Headbangers. Head snap, head crack, head crack. Here is Dragon Lee and Tiffy Time. Her head sculpt doesn't look great. Hopefully there's some time to fix that because that's not awesome. And as Carlito would say, it's not cool. So we got him. I'm very excited about adding him to the collection as well as this Sheamus because I missed out on this Evil King version. So excited they're bringing him back out in the Greatest Hits line. And here it is, the Great Muta. Seeing a little bit more of him come together. Here's the gi, and he looks like he's scaled properly. Got the head sculpt with the tongue flailing out. Very cool. Rey Mysterio in his tribute gear to Muta. And then the one and only, the man, the biggest star in the game, LA Knight. Yeah. So very cool. Good to see him. And I think that was everything of real note. Oh, here is the Legends Dusty Rhodes, Common Man. Great expression for him. I love these new head sculpts. Hulk still rules. Ultimate Edition Hogan. So he's got the Ultimate Edition Ultimate title. Undisputed title. That's what it was. And yeah, pretty cool. So for those of you who still want to get Hogan figures, despite your love of Terry Bollea, there you go. And I think that's everything. Here's the Legends Ultimate Edition Vader. And he looks great. So yeah, it's a really awesome showing here. Osprey. I don't know if I saw Osprey in that. Did I miss him? Let's see. I'm going back through as I. Let's see here. Maybe I just missed him in my scroll through. And I think that's Austin Gunn. And I don't remember seeing Osprey in any of this. Here's Takesta and here's Daniel Garcia. But yeah, I don't know if I like the head sculpt for Takesta either. So yeah, crazy stuff on there. But they're getting there. More figures coming. Kane debut HBK. So that's the in your house where he gets beat down by Undertaker. Christopher Eubanks won WWE figure of Mask versus Belt in Team 3D for Christmas this year. Nice. Muda is a must-have. That is a so done pre-order. Muda needs Gary Hart, and Muda also needs a tuxedo Terry Funk from Great American Bash 89, so I can put those guys together. I already got a Flair with the purple tights, so we're really close to getting that match reenacted or that World Heavyweight title match with one of the greatest post-match moments of my love of wrestling. That was awesome. So yeah, good stuff. Let me see if there's anything else going down on preview night. I'm sure even in San Diego it's shut down now, but let's see if there is anything else that I wanted to talk about really fast. Oh, yes, there is. So I love the Miller World Universe Nemesis Rogues Gallery dropped today. Another imprint. This one's part of Image, Ghost Machine. The books have been outstanding. Rook Exodus came out this today, Wednesday. I want to review it. Hopefully have it up tomorrow. They've also got Geiger in Redcoat. Mezco is providing the very first figure from this line, and I am so excited about that. We're getting a Junkyard Joe 112 figure, and I'm a huge fan of this whole deal. And I guess TNI just has one photo, but Junkyard Joe getting a figure is very exciting to me, and might be another Mezco purchase for me because that is very cool. The Silver Centurion Iron Man looks really, really good. That sheen, the shoulders, I think he could work just fine for that collection. See, it looks like another look. Junkyard Joe. Here is our Dr. Octopus. He looks really solid. I guess there's something wrong with that photo. Okay, Terrifier, Ghost Spider, Ghost Rider, and Hell Cycle. Interesting for everybody who wants that classic version. Johnny Cage, Golden Age Joker. You can scan and buy these guys, so they're right there. Nightwing. Is this new? I don't remember this one. So yeah, cool stuff. And this is just today. So I mean, you know, there's gonna be so much stuff. I'm for sure talking about all this other stuff. I'm surprised they never did a Starcade 89 Future Shock line. Yeah, I mean, they've got Luger, they've got Flair, now we got Muda. So I'm sure this is going to be the only Muda. So we'll get him in those black tights and the black and white face paint. Of course, we're still missing Sting. Hopefully he does sign back though. All right, well, gang, thank you so much hanging out with me late on a Wednesday night. For all you guys working early in the morning, thanks for hanging out. I will be back on, of course, dissecting, breaking down the G.I. Joe video stream from YouTube before we get into the big reveal of the HasLab. And I'll be doing videos all day, some live, some recorded. We'll see how it goes. But thank you as always for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have a great next few days with Comic-Con. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.